for an adult audience.
Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Sorry. Listener discretion is advised.
Sexy guys having a threesome and drinking a lot and hooking up with random guys.
Stryker and Dr. Drew. Loveline.
Loveline is on now.
You guys know about getting drunk and hooking up with random guys?
Not me.
Not you?
Oh, yeah, I have. Sorry.
Welcome to Loveline, you guys. I'm Stryker along with Dr. Drew. Phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, you're in, where are you in? Idaho?
Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
Baltimore with WHFS.
You going to get some crabs out there?
5 times.
We get into the questions already?
We hear they have great. We hear they have great crabs out there. There's nothing like Baltimore crab.
I got them last night. I mean, awesome.
That is the voice of Jose to my left, wearing a red Dodger hat.
Hello.
In the middle is Brandon Boyd,
Hi.
wearing a black, dark navy blue jacket with a scarf. Hello, Brandon Boyd.
Hello.
And to my right, wearing a Freddy Krueger-like sweater and a jacket over it, is Mikey from the band Incubus, everybody.
Hi.
Applause.
Oh, cue, applause. Cue. Thank you guys for coming in to Loveline.
Thank you. Thanks for
having
having us.
I have I want to throw something out there. These guys have been making music for a very long time. They're from Calabasas, Southern California. They've put out many a record. I've been going through my CDs the last few days, loading them into my computer, and I keep coming across Incubus records. And as I load them in, I'm listening to songs, and man, your songs were good then, and they're even better now, yet different. And I feel like your guitar playing and your drumming and just the way you guys play has gotten better. Am I way off on that? Have you gotten better just because you're in a band, or do you practice a lot, or what? You know what I mean? Does that make sense at all?
Well, I mean, we hope we get better as as time goes on.
Yeah, but do you actually practice to get better, or is it just because you play the same songs? You're like, I think I can write a song like this now.
I mean, we love playing, so and so naturally we kind of do it as much as we can. And
Mike, I know you're shredding more better these days because I can't really see your fingers when you're shredding on the gnar.
Moving so fast.
Actually,
I think it's a progression for sure.
I mean, I definitely was a better guitar player when I was like 16. But
You say that, but I don't agree. I think you were more of a show-off when you were 16.
I was more of a show-off.
There's a lot to be said for restraint. There's very few young shredding guitar players that can show restraint.
Right.
Mikey was definitely not one of those people. But now he still shreds, but he's got poise. That's a big thing.
So you can shred, but if you have poise, then it balances out like an ego thrown into the whole thing, right?
Exactly.
All right. Like Grenades came out yesterday, the new Incubus CD. We're going to play a couple songs from the record. Probably you guys know the song Animali. Your stations are playing it, but we're going to play another song from the CD. So how long did it take you guys to put together this CD, from writing to getting in the studio and all that stuff?
First, we took about a year of doing nothing. Like, we needed a break. We needed to unpack and everything and relax and reacquaint ourselves with our loved ones and everything. But then once we started writing music, we allowed ourselves as much time as it took, which we didn't know. So it ended up taking like a year to write and record everything.
Did you guys miss the music making at all in that year off? Or were you just surfing, going on trips? You said you miss your loved ones, finding girlfriends, losing girlfriends. Was it
all of it?
Yeah,
all of it.
All of the above.
Definitely everything. And it was great because finally, when we finally got together to write music, we were like, oh, hey, you guys.
Wow, you rock.
Hey, we got to do this, right? But we wanted to, and it was awesome.
It was refreshing. We got to start over. It kind of felt like we got to start over.
Right. And you guys have known each other since about 14 years old, around that age? Or do you know each other
when
younger
we started
than that?
playing.
Okay.
Actually, we were 15 when we started the band, kind of officially, but Jose and Brandon were going to elementary school.
It's like 20 years now.
I've known Jose for 20 years.
Wow. Did you guys break up during that that year long, or you guys stay together?
What do you mean? We break up
I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, these two guys are my hetero life mates.
They are.
But he did cheat on me, a girlfriend of mine in the 4th grade with this girl, Jessie Tapas. And but it's cool. I mean,
it was an innocent kiss under an inflatable raft in a swimming pool. It meant nothing, Jose.
I forgave him.
It meant nothing, Jose.
That horror.
Isn't that the greatest?
Sorry, just kidding, Jesse. I didn't mean to say that. It was involuntary. I love it.
Hey, you're gonna have Jordan Tapas knocking on your door later.
Yeah.
Oh, the record collection representing here.
Yes.
Oh, so it was his sister you were making out with?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it making out. You were too young to make out at that age. It was more of just we kissed on the lips.
Yeah, we actually didn't really go out, but Debbie Debbie Tapas is very beautiful, so I used to walk home, and I just really wanted her give me a ride home.
Right.
So I'd hang out with Jessie.
This is Jesse and Jordy's mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debbie, Debs, I love you, Debs.
So that's not who you kissed under the raft, Brandon, is it?
Yeah, but
The mom or the daughter?
No, the daughter.
Okay.
We're getting everybody confused here.
Who cares? Let's just move on.
So
back on track.
We played music, a record out. Okay, hello.
Incubus, 818 Calabasas, 818-213s and the BIGs. All right, so, LA is a small city, even though it's a big city, and randomly I would see you guys out and about on the town. And one thing I want to mention about this band before we move on, they're a huge band, and they're just as cool and nice and low-key in 2006 as they were in 1999 when I first ran into you guys randomly at a show. And
Thanks, buddy.
You got a good families or good people around you,
Definitely.
so good job on that.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's take some calls. You ready, Dr. Drew?
Yeah, buddy, let's go.
There's a big CD out, by the way, for Incubus, Doctor.
Hey, remind me before the night's out to talk to you about New Hampshire and cervical cancer.
Oh,
How
yeah,
do those two
because
things go together?
Because I bet you that starting in January, they're going to allow girls 13 to 18 to get it for free.
Yes.
You get what?
New Hampshire. It's my favorite state now.
What's going on?
Well, there's a vaccine for HPV, the wart virus.
Yeah.
That's like crazy
you guys
common, like no one knows about. Really.
Right.
Except
And you guys
for-
being rock stars, you should get this vaccine too. Just saying. And the fact is, though, that they protect women against the types of the viruses that cause cervical cancer. It's a leading cause of cancer deaths in young women. It's one of the biggest breakthroughs in my career.
So there's a vaccine for the virus.
Right.
Yes,
That's
it's
a
being sort of
huge
swept under.
breakthrough.
It's a huge deal, and New Hampshire, God bless them, is going to offer it for free for girls 11 to 18.
Good for them.
That's
But
incredible.
listen to this. There's all this bizarre talk about it being sort of encouraging of sexual activity, and why are we giving it to 10-year-olds?
Those are the people who are trying to sell the vaccine.
No, because that's the age at which the vaccine has maximum effect. That's the only reason. It's the only goddamn reason.
Right.
And so, listen,
What
all
do
you
they do?
got, get the vaccine.
They inject it?
Yeah, it's a 3-part vaccine.
It costs
So
$800 or something like
about
that. You guys,
$600.
That should be.
$600.
I bet you, based on the success of it being free in New Hampshire and all of the press it'll most likely get, it'll become free across the country. That's the hopeful part of me speaking.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah,
I don't believe that'll happen, but I at least believe they'll raise some awareness.
It is a start.
In New Hampshire, they're only predicting that a quarter of the kids eligible will actually come forward to get the vaccine. So I'd like to double that. Let's make it half at least.
Hey, Drew, talking about, speaking of that vaccine, a friend of mine was out to dinner with her dad last night, and her dad said to her, hey, have you heard about this HPV vaccine? And about 2 months ago, I told her, hey, have you heard about this thing? You need to get this thing done. And she said, funny enough, I've heard about it from this guy. Right. And she said, that show's talking about it?
That's great.
But he's like 60. But anyway, it was cool.
I'm going to make my daughter get it. I mean, just like any other goddamn vaccine, you want to protect your kids against dangerous illness. That's it.
Goddamn vaccine.
Please,
Jessica.
don't use the letters nibble babe, please.
Jessica, you're 19 from Oklahoma. You're on Loveline. Incubus is here. What's going on?
Okay, I've actually known my husband for about 2 years.
That's it? Okay, go ahead.
No, we've got a great sex life, but I haven't yet mastered the blowjob. I actually have a really, really bad gag reflex. I want to know if there's anything I could do at all to tone that down.
Well, you know you don't have to get that wiener in too deep for the guy to enjoy it, right?
Well, actually, because it's hit or miss, because, sometimes it gets off and sometimes you have to go to sex, but occasionally he'll actually push my head to go in farther, and I can't handle it. And
he does the Pesci on you?
Slide over, sweetie. Yeah. You got to bread that tuna or that meal. Slide over.
What's the caller's name again?
Jessica.
Jessica. By the way, that's not okay.
Drew, haven't you seen Goodfellas with Joe Pesci?
I'm just saying, it's again the more of the influence of pornography on what young males think women want or how they should behave. You got to tell him that's not okay. In fact, say, hey, we're not going to do this at all. If that's where you're going with this.
I'm back.
I totally agree. Do you enjoy doing it at all, Jessica? Is it like something
no, but when it's being forced to vomit.
He's starting to do it. It's just he'll gently, try to usher me to go further. It's not like a
communication.
You just need to assert yourself and that, you look, babe, I like to do this. You got to give me a chance. And if he is, the patient, loving husband that he should be, then he'll work with you. And I have another question for you. Does he return the favor?